Okay.
What do you know already before I go in?
Just what I got off your website 3 minutes ago.
Okay, fine. So,
It's all electric, I know that.
so Rivian's a new company. We've been around for 9 years, but we revealed the company and the car to the world on Monday. So LA is the launch of our car. So it's a full electric product. What you see up there in the kind of the wall stand is the skateboard, as we're calling it. So the skateboard brings together the 5 volt battery pack, which comes in 3 different configurations: 105 kilowatt hours, 125 kilowatt hours, 180 kilowatt hours, and the suspension system and powertrain thermal cooling. All that comes on the skateboard. So what you've got is a flexible architecture that's shown up there in the kind of visual, but actually both these cars then share that underneath the body. The only difference being is that the wheelbase is slightly shorter on the SUV by 400 millimeters, but otherwise, from a powertrain perspective, they're identical. Common product.
I see.
We've then got 2 variants of body styles, where we've got a truck variant and we've got an SUV variant. So the idea being is that it's a utility experience module. So if you want to go off-road and kind of you want to go camping, to the beach, you want to go skiing, that's the purpose of this vehicle, is to get out there to explore off-road capabilities, and it delivers staggering on-road capability and staggering off-road capability.
I see. I see. How come I haven't seen more of them in Southern California?
They don't exist yet. So these are the cars that will launch in 2020. So manufacturing will start in 2020.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And we're here today to kind of show the world.
Kind of show the world.
And then get the interest in the vehicles to then go through the production in 2020.
Can you show me the inside a little bit?
I can, yeah, you can't get in, but you can kind of wander.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, just obviously be careful not to touch anything. So the SUV is a 7-seater, so 3-row seating, 232. Even the 3rd row is full adult occupant, so it's not a compromised zone, and you've still got storage you can just see at the back behind the 3rd row.
Okay.
Both the 2nd and 3rd row fall flat, so actually if you've only got 2 occupants, you've got all of the rear back of the car for storage. And the 2nd row actually moves 4 and a half, so even in the 3rd row you've got management around kind of leg room for taller occupants.
Right.
The car's designed to be very usable, so really durable materials. It's quite minimalistic in the sense that with all the batteries slung low slung in the vehicle, you've got no kind of rear transfer, you've got no bulky mechanical distribution. And so what we've got is quite an invitational space, large cabin. We've made sure that we kept this kind of a very comfortable environment to be in. And then we've tried to keep a clean interface, and all the materials are very durable, so the idea is that you shouldn't be afraid to use this and get in it dirty, bring your dog in, throw the kids in.
Look at that huge screen, my gosh. It's like you could watch a football game on that screen.
Yeah, possibly.
Almost, huh? I drive an Expedition, a Ford Expedition myself, so I'm used to long cars like this. And there's room for a 3rd row of seats in the back, if you wanted?
Yep, so that's what you're seeing here is the 3rd row seating on the SUV. The truck only has 5-seat occupancy, but the SUV is the 7-seat occupancy.
7?
7 in the SUV, 7.
Can we open the back?
Not on this one. You can open, the apertures on the other one are being uprated. So everything that you see here is common between the truck and the SUV. So
I see.
From a luggage environment at the front, the 330 litres in the front area, that's available both on the SUV and on the truck. Obviously from this point on it's a slightly different setup, so you've got a different configuration, still 3 seats, but what we've got is we have a unique feature in which you have a complete
fishing rods and skis and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, here's just a couple of visual examples of what you can put in it. So these are the volume that you're seeing there, and whether it's skiing, whether it's golf, whether it's kind of climbing that you're doing, this is really useful because it's true lockable storage. And so we've got 330 litres there. I think this is about 500 litres here, and then if you choose to not carry the full-size spare, there's another 350 litres in the bed. All of that's lockable. And then if you take the option, we've also got a tonneau cover, which again makes this a secure space, which for most trucks is quite a challenge.
Sure. And you'll be selling next year?
2020.
2020.
So 2nd half of 2020 is when we go into production. and it's a global product. So North America will be the first market launch, but obviously we'll homologate for all the vehicle variants around the globe, and then we will support with early 2021 rollout in Europe and Asia.
Do you know if you're going to have a dealership here in LA?
I don't know if we're going to have a dealership in LA.
Do you think you will?
I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say.
We're going to have the model that we're working with is the states that allow it. There'll be direct dealerships, so effectively over internet or boutique kind of environments. Some states don't allow for that, so we'll have to have a conventional dealer network. But obviously, you still need sensors to support that.
And where are you making it?
We're making it in the facility in Normal, Illinois, so in Chicago. So we've got a plant that we're readying for production now, which is being refitted to support this vehicle platform, but that works underway in parallel.
Sure. Okay, and now tell me price.
So pre the electric incentive, the truck comes in at 69,500, 62 by the time you've got the incentive, and then the SUV comes in at 72,000, so 65,000 after the incentive.
Okay, and recharge time.
So the figures that we're quoting are in 30 minutes you can have 200 miles of range. So that's agnostic to the pack size that you take. That's just using DC fast charge, you can get that much range extension in 30 minutes of charge time.
Okay, and will it use the Tesla charging stations?
We will be using the integrated charge solution that is readily available. So effectively we're using the consortium of charge standards, which allows us to pick up on the 500 volt DC fast charge.
All right.
There's an onboard charger for AC if you're at your home. We will not be involved with proprietary standards that you just described.
I see. Because in our area, Tesla put in charging stations in the desert for people going long distances through the desert. So
they had to manage a lot of things as the first vehicle to kind of bring out that kind of infrastructure setup. We will be doing a combination of utilising the standards that allow us to take the existing charge ports. But Riven will also be bringing our own charge ports to certain locations, but we're going to be targeting the areas where we want the car to be used. So about national parks, areas where you're going to want to drive to those parks, use the car heavily. We'll probably invest in areas that are slightly different because we want to make those areas electrified as well.
Wow, it's a handsome looking vehicle, that's for sure. That's for sure.
The screens, the steering setup, the front row occupancy is identical for those two vehicles.
Getting a lot of interest.
Yeah, today's a lot quieter than yesterday, to be fair. But yesterday, I mean, it's hard. I only see a certain number of stands, but we certainly didn't get a quiet moment from the moment we opened until at least 6 p.m.
True. The Rivian batteries, as you see here in the top right, are underneath the floorboard, both in the truck and in the SUV. Motors here in the back. It's really a handsome looking vehicle. Motor in the drive. Two cables that lead into the battery. And all the rest of the battery is underneath. This is the battery here, cut away. It's underneath the floorboard.
And then the range is on the truck 400 plus, on the SUV.
Miles we're talking, not kilometers.
Miles, SUV 410 plus miles. So
okay, and the life of the battery?
I'm not the best person to ask about battery life. We haven't chosen a battery supplier.
Oh, I see. I see. So it may vary. The life expectancy of the battery?
It won't vary much depending on the cell. So the use case actually has a huge influence on the battery life. And that depends on the user.
When are you gonna?
So one of the key bits of intellectual property that Rivian own is our learning of the use case for any particular user, their use case of the battery. So what we do is we modify the way in which we charge the battery to maintain the life, so maximize the life expectancy of any pack for any user. But we couldn't quote a figure today.
When will you be able to?
It depends on the use case. I think it's a very difficult question to answer. I think if you ask
Mojave Desert,
if you ask the cell
use case, Mojave Desert.
Well, it's complicated. We extend the battery life to the maximum by maintaining a within 5 degrees of the optimal temperature for the cell by using a very intelligent cooling system. So we can both heat and cool the cells in order to keep the cell temperature in an optimal range, so extending the life of the cell. You can also maintain the state of charge within a good voltage range for each cell to maximize life as well.
Understand all of that, but I'm thinking of driving long distances in the desert, hot and very cold.
It's fine. It won't make any difference.
The ability to have, so inside there is, as Charles described, the cooling plate,
okay,
which effectively is controlling the temperature within 5 degrees.
Okay.
So that is what is going to give you usable range as opposed to quoted figure range.
Understand, but even these batteries that I use on these cameras, these little ones.
Yeah, but they're not cooled. They're not cooled. So the thing is, if you can cool it back to a given temperature, a target temperature, which is no different whether you're operating at a 45 degree
I understand that, but there's a life to them. They last for a couple of years, and then I got to buy new ones because they won't take the charge anymore.
That's different chemistry. Yes, different chemistry.
Okay. Okay. So I'll never have to replace that battery.
That's not what we're saying.
You're not saying that. Okay. But as a consumer, I want to put that in your mouth so that I don't ever have to change it. But
so today we're not quoting life figures on the battery as
okay.
described, but the function of how the life will be measured is a use case question.
I see.
It's about our ability to measure and control the temperature and our ability to understand your particular charge and usage profile.
Sure.
We can optimize those two things.
Sure.
We can get the maximum life available out of the battery.
Try to understand.
Yeah.
So current cells with similar cell chemistry will last 7 to 10 years. That's what a lot of manufacturers are quoting. And it's still highly dependent on the use case.
But I've kept cars longer than 10 years because the trade-in is so low on a...
Maybe to clarify that point, a lot of users, and Tesla is a great example, a lot of Tesla users have actually got longer life than what was the expected life. And where we say life is traditionally quoted at 80% of the original capacity, so it doesn't necessarily mean the battery is finished.
True.
It's 80% of the original capacity that it had at the start.
True.
It doesn't mean that that's the end of the life of the vehicle. If you took a gasoline vehicle and understood after 10 years its capability for range, it would be less than its original capacity anyway. It would be less efficient. It's probably blowing smoke out the back as well. Sure. And no one would quote for you exactly how any gasoline-powered vehicle is going to last.
No, I understand that. But I guess what I'm driving at is eventually, if my Scottish ancestry kept me keeping the car for 20 years, I could replace the battery.
You can definitely replace the battery.
Okay.
And I'd like to say that the likelihood of cells lasting longer in this case, because we maintain the temperature of the cell, because we are very intelligent about the use of the voltage of each cell, each individual cell, that the life in our pack is likely to be longer than traditional or existing use cases. And if you're already experiencing in some of those vehicles 10 plus years, they're still at actually 90-95% of their original capacity. That's a lot better than what was the predicted case for those cells. That the likelihood, it's very likely that these will last longer than 10-year mark. I'm not going to commit to any of those figures.
No, I understand. I understand that. I understand that. BYD builds buses in our area, and I don't know which battery they use. I don't know if it's a Panasonic battery or if it's Elon Musk's battery. I don't know whose battery it is, but they use them for public buses, and they get good life out of them and good.
And they should do. I think one other big advantage of pack the size that we have is that you can utilize the pack with a very small C discharge. So basically the current that you pull out of a cell can be quite small for the ultimate power that we deliver.
Yeah.
Because the pack storage is so high.
Sure. And your recharging is, I'm moving down the road, am I not?
Yes. So you can, obviously we regenerate off throttle and we regenerate in the early part of the braking phase. So you do recapture some of the kinetic energy, and obviously that's more efficient than what you could do with a traditional gasoline engine. Hybrids do that recuperation, so it exists in the market. That doesn't necessarily.
How about solar cells on the roof? You know, we've got tons of sun. Yeah, I mean,
but I think the per square foot power.
So you're going to get a maximum of about 1.3 kilowatt hours, 1.3 kilowatts per meter cube.
Sure.
And if you look at the
so you're saying it's not worth it, but
it's not worth the complexity to productionize and the inverter you require, all the things that are necessary. When in reality, you're much better having solar on your carport and then having solutions which mean you can have free charging. It's one that most manufacturers have looked at, but it doesn't productionize. And it doesn't have curvature very well either. So once you start to get curvature in kind of the flexible self-technology, you get much reduced efficiency once again.
Chicago might not work as well as Mojave Desert. I mean, we have sun all the time, all year round sun.
So if I was an EV owner in the environment you're describing, I would absolutely want to have solar generating a constant charge when the car's not in use, but I wouldn't have it built into the vehicle.
Yeah, no, I understand. So that'll be an accessory add-on, maybe.
It doesn't make sense to have it on the roof of your vehicle, I think is what Ben's saying. So the total amount of power you can achieve from a solar panel on your roof is quite small, very small, relative to the other.
Well, no, I was just thinking of it to charge the battery, like trickle charge on the battery.
I understand, but if you work out the amount of meterage that you've got and then the efficiency of solar cells, you'd be trickle charging slower than a rate that would make it usable unless you're leaving the car stored for a long time.
I see.
180 kilowatt hour pack. So the reality is, if you're going to use solar, it would be a separate installation that you would have on your property, a mechanism to charge the charger.
Which I have, which I could use at night. Sure.
But it's not something we'll be offering.
All right, thanks very much, and best of luck. Best of luck. I hope to see a lot of them driving around Mojave and places like that.
I'm looking forward to it.
So that's Rivian, and it's not too far away. About 2 years, they will be offering these for sale, lease, everything.